Hello there and welcome to Insight with Pape Masa. This is your girl Pops, and if you're new here, feel very much welcome. This is a video that I was supposed to have done a little bit way long ago, but then I felt maybe I should hold it a bit, and I feel like this is the right moment because the festivity dust has settled and now people are more focused, they are more objective, they have set their goals and they know exactly what they want. In this video, I'll be talking about how to secure a job in the UAE. In my previous video, I've talked about the preliminaries, like what you need to do before leaving the country for you to come here to look for a job in terms of attestation and all the documentation that you need to make sure that you have. I know that there are various ways that you can actually get yourself to this amazing country in terms of job employment, but then I'm going to talk about what worked mostly for me. That having been said, I'm not going to talk about agencies. This is one way, but then for me, I feel like agencies are way expensive. If we can do it by ourselves without having to depend on third parties, then why not? So in this video, I'm just basically telling you, in case you have invested enough and you want to come and try out opportunities in this country by yourself, like as an individual, then be my guest. The dates are very important for you, for me, so that you can just also get to estimate and also just know that it is actually possible. When I was coming here, I applied for a visit visa. It was only for 2 months. So I was hoping that when I come here, by the end of the 2 months, I'll have secured a job. Somehow it's a gamble, which is very okay, because once you get your job, then you'll see or you'll find out that it was actually worth the struggle. One thing is that you need to really expand your network. So if you are coming to the UAE and you know a number of people who are already here for various reasons, then this is the time that you need to reach out to them, make as many friends as possible. I remember when I was coming here, I knew like 2 people only, but then I was also talking to other people and telling them I'm going this place, and they would send me contacts and hey, my name is blah blah blah, I've been given your contact by so and so and I'm looking for a job. All those things are really important because those are the networks that you need to be able to get as many applications as possible. You never know what will happen or where it will land you. So the first thing is expand your network. So for me, what really happened is when I came here on the 5th of October, the same day, my accommodation at that particular time was in a different Emirates. So the Kenyan community in that particular place were meeting on the same day. And so my friend who had helped me through the process of coming here invited me to one of those gatherings. And while there, of course, I told them I'm looking for a job, blah, blah, blah. He actually introduced me to them, and he's the one who told them I was looking for a job. And I got my first community from there. So they were able to send me, vacancies from the different sites they were seeing them, telling me if their schools had vacancies and whatnot. So make sure you have a way of expanding your networks. Talk to anybody at all. Even if you meet someone during public transportation, you can always tell them I'm looking for a job, because you never know where that opportunity will come from. Number 2, once you already are here in the UAE, is there are always opportunities for walk-in interviews. These are, they just announced we have recruitment for this particular school, and you're being invited to you just take your papers and then just go. You didn't apply for it or nothing. It's a walk-in interview, so you just go and I've never gone to one actually, but then it is something that really works. You just take your academic credentials and then go chat your way out. So if that works for you, then that is okay. So apart from the walk-in interviews, we have the physical school visit. For me, I got to the UAE on the 5th, and already the next Monday, which was on the 7th, because remember, you're working against time. You only have a strict period of maximum 2 months. So you really have to start your hustles and bustles way early. So by Monday, I'd already started working, and I had a personal chauffeur, of course, a recommendation from friends, and that guy was taking me around to any schools. So like today, I tell him, today just take me to any school that you can think of. And so he'll take you around, you drop your application. Unfortunately for that, most schools will want you to have an appointment, which you will definitely not have because you're still seeking. And when you get to the schools, you're hoping to speak to the relevant authorities, but because of not having appointments. Most of the time, your academic credentials or your application will just have to be filed. Like, you'll just give it to the school secretary at the reception, and that will be it. So if the school has a vacancy, they'll call you in. If not, then they'll just file it and then wait for appropriate opportunities to call you there. The other important thing that you can consider is looking at the common job or recruitment sites or groups, which includes WhatsApp groups. So these are places that are known to be sending opportunities mostly as they arrive or as they get to them. So check the sites, make sure that you keep tabs with them every minute, every hour, every second. You can get recommendations from friends, or you can just check them online. So that can also work. And the most important one, and this I can talk about it without fear of contradiction, is online portfolios. And in this case, what worked for me was LinkedIn. And this is just a wake up call. If you have a LinkedIn profile and there is not much going on there, you never know. Kindly work on it. And so this is something that personally, also had no idea, but I had a friend push me. And I remember I had a lot of positive pressure that time. So this is your chance. If you are hoping to have a chance to work in the UAE as a teacher or any other job, then you perhaps need to work on your profile. Get those followers, get those post impressions. So post stuff that are related to the opportunities that you're looking for. Send those connections, accept those connections. Generally just build your portfolio around there. All the important academic credentials or anything that you think will boost your profile, then you have to upload it there, because that is also another very, very active recruitment site once you're looking for a job. So it just has to show that you really, busy, focused, and serious about this whole thing, because once they visit your profile, they're able to get a lot of stuff that probably you will not have a chance to tell if you had an opportunity to talk to them. So LinkedIn profile or any other site that might work for you, but for me, LinkedIn worked wonders. You should also note that what is really important at that time, because these are days that are marked by too much despair, depression, pressure, because you don't have all the time in the world to, seek for these opportunities. So you basically need something or someone to hold on. If it's family, if it's friends, if it's God, yeah, because you need some place, some source of hope and encouragement, because sometimes things can get really tough. You find that in a day you've made all your applications until there is none to apply to, and you're like, what do I do now? So if you have a friend, if you have a family member who are there to just encourage you and tell you things will be okay, it really helps a lot. Just to take you back to what really happened to me. So like I already mentioned, October 5th, that was when I arrived here. I didn't have any interviews, any mentions, nothing at all until October 14th. And I remember that morning I was really kind of depressed, because for some reason I didn't go out that day to seek for a job for the school visits that I used to go. And so I was like, perhaps I'm not doing enough to help myself in this job seeking, scenario. So I was down, I prayed, but then this is just for the sake of giving you hope. So on the 14th of October, I was able to get my first invite to an interview. And so because it was already too late, I just got booked, and then I had it on the 15th in the morning. And then after the online interview, of course, the common interview questions that are asked, so they saw potential in me. And on the 22nd, yes, that is when I was supposed to go for my demo lesson. So demo lesson, now this is the practical part of it. So you have to prepare your lesson plans and everything, because you're going to face an actual class. So they want to see your skills, and then of course there are more talks after that. So on the 22nd, I went for my demo lesson, and that is when I got my job offer. So all those things took me 17 days. So if this is to encourage someone, it's possible. In as much as it's a gamble, like I said, it's worth it. And also, I mentioned in my previous video that there is additional documentation that will be required, especially the attestation. And I just encourage, especially for the police clearance, if you can get it. Because for me, once they get in, as much as it was valid, they needed one that was less than 6 months old. So if you can get one soon enough before you come, then that will be to an advantage to you. And then additional documentation that was required is attestation of the police clearance and the degree certificate. Once you've done the one for your country, then once you come here, then you'll have additionally to do that. And that is why I was saying, after you all preparations, then you need to have some spare cash so that you're able to take care of these additional things. So it took me, I could say, maybe a month to be able to be done with all the documentations. And then on the 18th of November, that was my official reporting day for duty. Basically, that is it. There's so many other ways you can go around this. It's not all conclusive. I'm just sharing this for the sake of information and giving you guys hope that it's possible. It's worth the gamble. But there's also the other part that you're supposed to consider. If it doesn't work for you, then what? There is an option of extending your visit visa for maybe another month, but that is a bit costly. So it's just better for you to come and do the much that you can within the period of time that you have, instead of waiting for those other alternatives. So if you have more questions, then you can always ask in the comment section or wherever else. I'll be ready to answer them. But that is what I had for your insights today. I'll see you in my next vlog. It's bye for now.